Right then, 2020 was one of the wildest years, I think, inside and outside of football. So let's look at 5 things that we learned in 2020. Number 1, Bruno's been a revelation. I probably need a better word than revelation, but Bruno's been unbelievable. The numbers he's putting up are Ronaldo, Messi level numbers in a team that isn't really performing Ronaldo, Messi level success. You can improve 50, 60% of the United squad around him before you could say we were even in a position for that sort of thing. Which makes you excited for what would happen when he's in a more complete Manchester United side. It's been almost a year since he joined from Sporting Lisbon, and what an unbelievable signing he has been. 33 goal involvements in 30 Premier League games. It's a bit of a piss take. It's a bit of a piss take. In the 1920 season, he played 22 times and he scored 12 goals and assisted 8. This season, he's played 24 times, he scored 15 and assisted 9. In 2020 altogether, Bruno has scored 27 goals and assisted 17 in only 45 appearances. In the Premier League, he's made 33 goal contributions in 30 games. It's the most out of any player, and it's honestly fucking ridiculous. I don't know where we'd be without him. Oh, yeah, I do. Well in the shit. Number 2, Marcus Rashford became a star on and off the pitch. Rashford has probably been our second best performer in 2020, just behind Bruno Fernandes. In 2020, he had the 3rd highest goal contributions across the top 5 leagues for players under 23 with 14 goals and 12 assists. Only Mbappe and Haaland have more, and you know the reputation that those guys are building up. Not only has he performed on the pitch, what he's done and delivered off the pitch has been absolutely sensational. It's gone beyond any sort of stunt for PR. It's Marcus Rashford has allowed Marcus Rashford's real, true personality and self to come to the fore. And even though he's probably been off the ball the last couple of games, recently I've seen a very confident young man taken to the pitch, and it feels like because he's been so vindicated and justified and supported in the things that he's done off the pitch, it's translated to confidence in himself, within himself, on the pitch. And that, to me, probably explains a lot of how the negative press that United get manages to affect our players. Or I think you could at least draw parallels to it. That's why supporting players is so important. Anyway, back to Rashford. As obviously you know, the extraordinary efforts that he did to address the social inequality, in particular helping extend a free school meal scheme over the summer. He was awarded an MBE recognition for his services for vulnerable children during the COVID-19 pandemic. It's pretty hard to believe that he's only 23 years old. He's nowhere near his prime as a footballer or as a man. And I can't wait to see the next chapter of what Marcus Rashford's able to achieve. Number 3. The Pogba dream is over. Many thought Pogba probably could have revived his career at Manchester United during 2020, but honestly, it was not the case. Recent reports, and particularly the Fabrizio Romano tweet saying that he will leave in summer 2021, I think has to be taken quite seriously. He's got no intention of signing a new deal at Manchester United, and he wants to leave. Raiola admitted that Pogba is unhappy at the club and very unlikely that he'll stay beyond the end of the season. In 2020, Pogba made 33 appearances, scoring 3 goals and assisting just 4. Not really the sorts of numbers you would want to be seeing from him. I thought this weekend he had a very good game against Villa. It doesn't really justify the circus that we've had to endure with Pogba, and I think that's the way I would describe it. I think we've endured a circus with him. It's a shame because there's never been a question over his ability. Just his commitment and the commitment from that of his agent. It's a real shame because a fit Pogba, a fit Bruno, with all the rest of the stuff going on around him, United really could have built up a force there. Looks like it's not to be. Number 4, Ole is building something special. It might have been one of the strangest years ever, actually. I mean, I can't believe the last time I watched a live Premier League football game The last moment I saw was Scott McTominay's winner in the Manchester derby. Since then, obviously, we've had Paddock FC with up to a couple of hundred people. It's been great, but it's not the same. Certainly nothing like 76,000 inside Old Trafford. But it's clear to see the improvements made by Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's Manchester United in 2020. The fact that we've improved what we had at Christmas last year. We've improved how many points we've had ourselves. Yes, other teams have done less than they did last year. We're closer to the top than we were. But we've also just tangibly improved upon the points that we had at that stage last season. A Champions League place was gained last term. 3 semi-finals were reached, and those aren't parade-worthy markers. No one would say that. But they are progress markers. Ollie said the foundation's there. And he thinks that he's used the year well, and that he thinks that he's learned and the team has improved, and he wants to take that to the next step. I think he will take it to the next step, but he has to be backed. Recruitment is the most important thing in a football club. So Alex Ferguson, when the recruitment went off the boil, didn't win a league for 3 years. Now, had he lost the plot in 3 years? Or was the players that was on the pitch just not good enough? It's the latter. You need to have good players in your team. Bruno Fernandes has shown what can happen, and for all the people who just want to put it down to just that alone, Solskjaer was the guy that got him over the line. That counts for nothing in some people's eyes. I'm sure United more than likely do not win the league in 2021. But the fact that we've taken top spot after 15, 16, whatever it is games, whether it's joint top spot or not, we have not been that close in 8 years. So, revel in it. Enjoy it. Toast it. Fucking bath in it if you have to. If you can't admit to the progress, and let's be honest, at the start of last season, we was all saying, this is the worst United team in 30 years. It's awful. Some players grew, some players developed, some players were bought. It feels like a likeable bunch. He's starting to assemble a team that reflects what a Manchester United team should be. I'm very excited for where he's able to take it next. But he has to be backed by us, but more importantly, by the fucking board. They've got to put their hand in the pocket. Number 5, there's still room for improvement. Despite all the positives in 2020, there is a lot of room for improvements to be made in the new year. If United recruited better in the summer of 2020, even just bringing in Cavani when he became a free agent rather than waiting an extra 3 or 4 months to bring him in, we could be in a better position than we are now. And I think that the beginning of the transfer window now for January, I'll actually be annoyed if we wait until the 30th of January to bring someone in. If we're not bringing anyone in, which I suspect is probably the case, fine. I mean, not fine, but fine. But you have to give Ollie a chance. This is the board. You have to give the guy a chance. If he goes, get me this, and you agree to that, don't fuck about, just go get it him. Delaying by a week or 2 could cost us a win or 2 wins, and that in a title race is enough to see you go from first to fucking second. Or third. We as a fan base have to get behind him. Thankfully, the Ollie outers seem to have fucking shut up for 5 minutes. I suspect a lot of them aren't fucking United fans anyway. I mean, I see so many idiotic comments. We have to back the guy. This is the closest to what a real Manchester United side looks like. So let's enjoy the ride. Let's see where it takes us. Don't lose your fucking mind if we end up trophyless this year, because the progress has been fucking evident. And if this guy does get the backing, I am sure he'll get us there eventually. Up the fucking Reds.